Headlines tonight. Mrs. Soludo urges female farmers in Anambra to key into free agri-export support scheme. Ogbaru Main Market traders commend Governor Soludo on environmental cleanliness initiative. U.S. aid to invest $335 million to tackle food, water challenges for women. On the foreign scene, huge landslide in Pakistan kills 3 people, buries vehicles. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening, and thanks for joining us on ABS Evening News tonight. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Anambra Governor's wife, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, has assured that her free agricultural export support scheme is still open to female farmers on strict organic agricultural practice in the state. Mrs. Soludo, who stated this in Awka, disclosed that even though the turnout has been marginally low, showing that organic farming is still being neglected in Anambra State, she is still looking out for women who see the overall significance of the practice. The governor's wife, who noted that the offer which she made to female farmers in Anambra State to give any female farmer practicing pure organic agricultural export support is still valid, asked them to show more commitment to the vocation and understand that agriculture is a major financial means. She explained that as a farmer herself, she sees vast opportunity for women in agriculture, stressing that her plan is to give every female agriculturist in Anambra a stake in the global economic value chain of the business. Mrs. Soludo, who noted that female farmers in Anambra State must do more, especially in the aspect of what they have cultivated and what they plan to cultivate, stated that the agricultural revolution plan of the current administration is designed to also help sustained farmers. She further urged Anambra women to see farming as a lucrative economic means and a process that her husband's administration is seriously pursuing in order to make Anambra State the agricultural export base of Nigeria. She noted that the state government has distributed over 150,000 coconut seedlings and over 200,000 palms to kick off its agricultural master plan, stressing that it is important for all residents of the state to take part in the initiative to help it succeed. The President General of Ogbaru Main Market, Anambra State, Mr. Ndubisi Ochogo, has commended the Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, for launching clean, green, and sustainable environmental initiative in the state. Mr. Ochogo made the commendation during the distilling of block drainages and general sanitation exercise carried out in the markets. He stated that the sanitation exercise was to comply with the directives given by Governor Soludo to all markets, 21 local government areas across the state, and individuals. Inspecting the sanitation exercise, Mr. Chogu expressed that he was elated with the level of compliance by the traders, lamenting that some did not comply as expected, which he said their shops would be locked up as a punishment. He described clean, green, and sustainable environmental initiative as recently launched by Governor Soludo as a brilliant approach in repositioning Anambra in the area of health. He therefore noted that the sanitation directive by the governor has become a law in the market, even as he warned traders to the states from showcasing their wares on top of gutters. Also, keep the gutters neat and report any person found throwing waste inside the gutter in the market to the task force for disciplinary action. He explained that the benefit of distilling gutters inside market are numerous, as it would pave way for easy flow of flood during rainy season and make the market environment more conducive for trading. Just as the market sanitation chairman, Mr. Godwin Opara, lauded Governor Soludo's development stride as well as the leadership quality of the leader, Mr. Ochogo. As Christ Holy Church International observed the 2023 Mother's Day, Christian women have been urged to continue to uphold the virtue of good motherhood and remain steadfast in the Lord. The superintendent in charge of Awka Superintendency of the Church, Venerable David Achukwu, who made the call during the service, said the role of women in the church and society cannot be overemphasized, and further advised them to always remain as true mothers in the household of God. Immanuel Chibata has details.
Various branches of the church visited, it was gathered that the women were adorned in beautiful attires as they participate in conducting the church services, including procession, Bible reading, and singing. Venerable Ashuku said that mothers are indispensable in the growth of the society, noting that no nation makes progress without good mothers and should be celebrated always.
These women are the people who respected Jesus Christ. God's faithfulness endures forever. Let them never backslide in diverse ways.
In his sermon, the Vicar, Christ Holy Church International, number 1 Agolo, Reverend Pastor Patrick Shibata advised mothers to be exemplary in all their activities. The pastor in charge of Christ Holy Church International, Umuawolo, Senior Evangelist Osita Anosike, admonished mothers to live up to the true virtues of motherhood and focus on the activities of their children and wards by bringing them up in the fear of God.
God bless in the name of Jesus.
Speaking on the sidelines of the service, the head, Women and Children's Department, Oka Superintendency, Dickness, Josephine Achuku, and some other mothers, including Mrs. Ogechukwu Anosike and Mrs. Celestina Oliako, described the celebration of Mother's Day as a welcome development for the mothers to come together and articulate programs that will spur up their Christian faith and duty to God and humanity.
There are some mothers who cannot even direct or show their children the way of God.
The event featured dancing and drama at the various churches visited. Emmanuel Shibata, ABS News.
Family members, friends and well-wishers gathered at the Anambra International Convention Center to celebrate the union between the Special Advisor to the Governor, Chukwuma Soludo, on youth empowerment, Dr. Nelson Omenuga, and his wife, Chidera. The ceremony, which began with a holy mass, was officiated by the Catholic Bishop of Nnewi Diocese, Most Reverend Jonas Benson Okoye, and a host of other priests, including a visiting bishop, Most Reverend Dr. Matthew Hassan Kuka of Sokoto Diocese at St. Patrick's Cathedral, Oka. We have details.
Speaking at the reception, the Chief of Staff to Professor Chukwuma Soludo, Mr. Ernest Ezajiri, advised the young couple to live in peace and understanding and wished them a happy and successful marriage life. Extending their felicitation, the member-elect for Idemili North Federal Constituency, Honorable Uche Ani Okonkwo, and the President General of Anambra State Association of Town Unions, Barrister Titus Abudo, advised the couple to remain committed to their marital vows in order to enjoy peace and success in their journey. In their separate remarks, the Commissioner for Environment, Felix Odimegu, and the Commissioner for Petroleum and Mineral Resources, Barrister Anthony Ifanya, advised the couple to love and respect each other. Another friend of the groom, Dr. Chikwado James, advised the couple to uphold the virtues of patience and tolerance to succeed in their marriage. Responding, the couple, Dr. and Mrs. Omenua, thanked God for making their prayers and dream come true and thanked everyone for honoring their invitation while praying for Johnny Mercy as they return to their various destinations. Other dignitaries at the occasion include Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelo, Deputy Chief of Staff, Honorable Chinedu Nwoye, the Commissioner for Culture and Entertainment, Honorable Don Onyenji, the Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, Mrs. Chiamaka Nnake, the Commissioner for Special Duties, Honorable Sylvester Ezokenwa, and the Managing Director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Sashido Obidiegu, amongst others. The event featured cutting of cake, presentation of gift, music performance by Prince Gozie Okeke, and dance by the couple.
News within the states. USAID has announced the launch of a new USAID commitment to tackling urgent challenges women are facing in food and water system, including climate change, tagged Generating Resilience and Opportunities for Women Grow. The project will also unlock opportunities for women to advance economically so as to ultimately benefit their families, communities, and society at large through improved food security, resilience, and economic growth. USAID Administrator Samantha Powell, who made this announcement, said, subject to the availability of fund and congressional notification, Growth will specifically focus on women's empowerment in the food and water sector and invest up to $335 million through the U.S. government's Feed the Future initiative by the USAID and through USAID water, sanitation and hygiene, WASH, and adaptation activities. According to Samata, this commitment will enable USAID deepen and scale its programming to reach, benefit, and empower more women around the world as they, their families, and their communities face worsening climate-driven and food security crisis. In close collaboration with country governments, implementing partners, and local communities, GROW will advance women's empowerment across 3 priority areas, which include increasing women producers' productivity and resilience to shock, support women to fully participate and benefit from more diversified and climate-resilient economic opportunity in food and water system, including in value chain beyond production as well, driving the humanitarian system prioritize addressing the unique need of women and girls affected by climate and food security crisis. It is believed across these 3 priorities, GROW will address the discriminatory social norms and rules that reinforce gender inequality across food and water system. GROW aligned with USAID goal to double in investment in gender inequality by 2023 and build on the agency's recently updated gender equality and women's empowerment policy, which outlined the vision for its work to advance gender equality and women's empowerment around the world. The report provides that the latest data, lessons learned, and recommendations to guide policy and decision makers in the efforts. A huge landslide in northwestern Pakistan has killed at least 3 people, wounded several Pakistan, and others buried nearly to 24 vehicles. The landslide occurred near Tokam, a key border crossing between Pakistan and Afghanistan in a province. Bello Faiz, spokesman for the Rescue 1122 service in the province, said the landslide took place before dawn after rain and thunderstorm were reported in the area. Faiz said authorities have launched a search operation to look for people trapped under the landslide. He said there could be more vehicles, including large trucks, under the rubble. Nigeria's under-20 girls international team, the Falconets, have been drawn against Niger Republic, Togo, and Burkina Faso in the WAFO B Girls Cup of the Nation, which will run from May 20th to June 4, 2023 in Kumasi, Ghana. The draw for the maiden edition of the WAFO B Under-20 Girls Championship was held at WAFO headquarters in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, with host Ghana paired with Group A alongside Benin and Cote d'Ivoire. The WAFO B Girls Championship is a qualifying tournament for the African Under-20 Women World Cup qualification, an association football tournament held every 2 years and serves as a qualifying tournament for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. In the boys' competition, Nigeria's Flying Eagles will face Benin and Togo in Group B of the competition, while Ghana Black Satellites were also drawn to play host Cote d'Ivoire. The prestigious WAFO B Girls Under-20 Championship will see teams from 7 member countries vying for regional glory, with Ghana hosting the prestigious championship in the bustling city of Kumasi. The tournament, which is set to hold July 21st, 2023, will see teams from 7 member countries compete for regional glory. Meanwhile, FIFA has confirmed Argentina as a new host for the 2023 Under-20 World Cup in place of Indonesia. It was a celebration of life well spent. Friends and well-wishers sympathized to bid farewell to the late Mrs. Grace Ezio Onyebuchi of Ezioko Village, Oko, in Orumba North local government area. Born in 1936, the late Ezio Onyebuchi Neokafo died on 1st February 2023 at the age of 87. We have details.
During her lifetime, she was a staunch legionary, chorister, a member of the Purgatorian Society, and member of the Catholic Women's Organization. Speaking during the Requiem Mass held by Immaculate Conception Parish at the deceased compound, Reverend Father Greg Anosike harped on the need for the faithful to live Christ-like life, as no one knows his appointed time to depart on earth. Describing the deceased as one committed to the growth of the church, the cleric stated that she has answered her own divine call, urging believers to let their light shine through worthy character and righteous life to inherit the kingdom of God. According to the deceased children, Mr. Chukwuma Ezonyebuchi and Barrister Chinwe Okonkwo Okom, their late mother was deeply faithful and prayerful. A son-in-law, Barrister Ushenna Okonkwo Okom, said she was generous, compassionate, and charitable, and did her best to help others in any way and manner she could afford, while a grandson, Master Ushenna Okonkwo Okom, who read the oration, revealed how the deceased lived her life on earth. Condolences from various groups, age groups, friends, relatives, and sympathizers featured at the funeral. Emmanuel Chibata for ABS News.
That's the size of our package tonight, but remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main point again, Mrs. Soludo has urged female farmers in Anambra State to key into free agri-export support scheme. Ogbaru main market traders have commended Governor Soludo on environmental cleanliness initiative. US aid to invest $335 million to tackle food, water challenges for women. And on the foreign scene, we told you huge landslide in Pakistan have killed 3 people, buried vehicles. Before we go, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for watching. My name is Chinyere Ikioreke. Good night.